Hey, good morning, 4K family. So last night, driving around in the Corvette, noticed an issue pop up. The cruise control started not functioning. It's been great for the couple months I've had this car. Just decided last night all of a sudden that it just would not engage. I know there's usually a couple quick fixes for that in a manual transmission car. Usually a brake kill and a clutch kill for the cruise control. So we're going to go ahead and check it out and see if we can find an easy solution to this. Another clutch was just replaced, so I'm thinking we'll start there, seeing if that switch is in the correct position, and see if we can fix our problem here without spending a lot of money. We will check to make sure all the brake lights are functioning. I guess in these cars there's a chance that if a brake light goes out, it could change the voltage or whatever and make the system not function. So easy check. We'll just make sure all the brake lights come on when we press the brake pedal. Alright, it looked like all those worked, so we'll go ahead and step inside the car, do one more quick check. Alright, this should be an easy way to check if the clutch switch is out. So if the car thinks the clutch is pushed in, it'll cancel the cruise control and not activate it. So one easy way to check if the car thinks the clutch switch is in is obviously with the vehicle in neutral. Don't put your foot on the clutch to start it. Go ahead and twist that starter. 90s. And okay, so nothing there. So clutch switch is active there. So let's see if this morning it works and it's a transient issue. If so, we might be able to do some fine adjustment and be good with that. Okay, just went on a little drive just around the block. Tried to engage the cruise control and it would not engage. So still an issue, so let's go ahead and look. We'll check out that sensor to see, make sure that's in the right place. Car started fine, just wouldn't turn the cruise control on. We'll check the fuses after that and we will go from there. So under the clutch here, there's a little sensor right back here that the clutch, when engaged, presses, and usually does so pretty forcefully. So that seems to press it in a good bit, but not all the way. So we'll see if there's any adjustment can be done there, and we'll also look at that fuse while we're down here. Coming around to the passenger side here, we're going to look under the floorboard. So under the carpet here is where the fuse box is. So just pull that back. You'll see there's two latches. See that up there? Two latches. And this door will pull off here. So grab the latches. Top pulls off. It is kind of a tight fit here. Okay. We've got the fuse box right here. Pull that and kind of see what we have here. Should have a pretty good diagram of the fuses. Alright, cruise control looks like fuse number 20 here, which will be the middle one, little 10 amp right there. So we'll go ahead and see if we got some fuse pullers. We'll yank that and see how it looks. Okay, we have our pliers here. So we'll see number 20 down here. It says cruise control. I've also been told that, at least on the forums, that the number 2 fuse, you know, not sure what the abbreviation is, but number 2 fuse is the one for the vanity mirrors that I've been having an issue with. So while I'm down here, I'll probably pull that one too. So we'll go ahead and pull the vanity mirror first. Alright. Set that aside. And now let's look at that number 20 here. Should be this one under that screw hole, and it looks fine. I don't really see an issue with it, but they're both 10 amps and I know the vanity mirror works, so we'll go ahead and put that 10 amp one back in there, and we'll see if that works. Hopefully one of these quick fixes will get it. Otherwise, we'll probably have to get a little bit more invasive. With that, we'll go ahead and take care of that extra fuse, and we'll put this back. It slides. If you can see, there's a plastic lip up here. It's going to slide under that plastic lip. There we go. And you'll feel it engage there. So the text is upside down on it. Okay, tighten it up, don't have to be too tight. Make sure it's snug. Go ahead. This fuse box door has 2 latches that go right in these bottom holes here. Alright, that's in. This is going to cover down, and there we go. While we're on our quest for easy solutions here, I did think I have my code reader. Was in the car actually, so I went ahead and plugged that in. So I'll see if that's just giving me any codes or anything to be aware of here. So let's get some power to that. Won't necessarily turn the engine over right now, we'll just put it in run. So we're connecting here, make sure it has power, and it's blinking. So using the Blue Driver app for the Blue Driver, here, let's see if it connects, and let's see if we can pull some codes. Alright, we are connected. Let's go with, start with check engine codes. There is no check engine light. So 0 codes, okay. So we'll go back and we'll read all the codes. Will take a little while, and we'll see what we come back with. Just to note here, the OBD2 port, if you're not familiar with it, car kind of directly underneath the steering wheel. It sits right up there. You can see the driver I've plugged into it. Pretty easy to access. It doesn't really get in your way if you leave one of these Bluetooth systems on it while you're driving, that sort of thing. Okay, the code read is complete, and it says 21 codes are found for the complete vehicle, all systems. So we'll go ahead and update the mileage in our app, and we'll go ahead and continue. So let's see what the codes are. We've got some O2 sensors, which are fine since we don't have them. So I'll clear those 2. We'll look at our let's see, anti-lock brake system codes. We've got a couple of those. We've got some front fog lamp circuits, transmission preference switch, circuit cut, so that's going to be the CAG system. These look like they are not necessarily current things, but things that it has found, because they're all show status history. So let's go ahead and clear some of these and see what we have left. We'll start the car, and we went ahead and cleared all of our codes. Let's go ahead and just give it a drive around the block again, see if we can get anything to engage. Otherwise we'll have to go look at those brake sensor switches and clutch sensor switches under the floorboard here. Okay, just repeated our short trip around the block here, and cruise control works now. So probably would have been helpful to test it after the fuse, just to see if that was the issue. Fuse looked fine. I put the visor light one that I knew worked back in the cruise control fuse, since they're both the same amperage. So I switched the fuse, but the other one didn't look bad to begin with. And also cleared all the codes in the vehicle. So I'm going to go ahead and scan now, just after doing that quick drive, do another full scan of the car, see if any codes pop back up, and see if that might give us any idea why it went out to begin with. Otherwise, this was an easy fix. Didn't have to spend any money, didn't really have to take anything apart, and good for now. Well, that just goes to show you, not everything's always super complicated. There are some easy fixes with these old cars. When an electronic system fails, the programming usually doesn't fail. It's the inputs or outputs. So if the output devices are all pretty robust and pretty good, it's more than likely the input stuff. So we went ahead and evaluated that. We've changed a couple things, cleared the codes. So I don't know if it was something in the computer that was doing that, but we're working. So appreciate you guys watching. Should have been a short video for you guys. Stay tuned for more, and I'm sure there will be more.